Hello everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic Monday and that you had a wonderful weekend. Welcome to today's Daily Dose of Awesome, your 15 minutes of inspiration, motivation, and education to start your day off right. I'm Becky Graff here, a mentor inside of Elite Marketing Pro, and I'm super excited to have you all here. As you're hopping on, go ahead and drop me where it is you're coming in from, your name, so I can give you a shout out as we go through this. So you guys, are you feeling overwhelmed because there is so much to do and you just don't know where to start? Like, there's just so much information and you're not sure where to start, okay? We're gonna discuss where you can focus so that you can have the biggest return in your business both now and in the future, okay? This is something that when you learn how to do, you can kind of assess where you're at and continue doing it. Hey, Samara, Brandy, hey, good to see you. Ron, thanks for hopping on. Tim, Becky Croft, thanks for hopping on, you guys. Steph, hello. Oh, Steph, you're feeling very well overwhelmed, so hopefully this will help you then. Chuck, thanks for hopping on. Sadaf, great to see you. Okay, so you guys, have you ever had something that you knew that you needed to do in your business, but you were worried about how it's going to turn out, so you ended up like distracting yourself and going to do something else, okay? If you can relate to this, drop me one in the comments. Hey, Catherine, thanks for hopping on. Chuck, good to see you. Great to have a conversation with you yesterday. Sadaf, good to see you. Valentine, thanks for hopping on. Nana, hello, hello, hello. Okay, so you guys, if you've ever had anything that you needed to get done in your business and you found yourself distracting yourself because you were worried about how it's going to turn out, what somebody might think about it, drop me one in the comments, okay? Because many of us have this fear that when we start something new, we kind of have this understanding that, you know, we're starting something new, so we're not going to be super great at it, right? And so we talk ourselves out of it all day long because we don't want to go through the pain and agony, if you will, of sucking, right? We just don't want to do it. All right, got tons of ones dropping in here. Awesome. Shanae, thanks for hopping on. Okay, so if you've ever found that you're distracting yourself from your business, what are some of those things that you find yourself distracting yourself from? So maybe you need to be doing a Facebook Live. What do you find yourself doing instead? Drop that in the comments. Leo says, that's me. Laugh out loud. Awesome. Hey, Carrie, thanks for hopping on. Okay, so maybe you're distracting yourself from writing an ad, okay? Maybe you decide that you're gonna do laundry instead. Or maybe you know you need to be doing a Facebook Live and you decide to take the dog for a walk because, you know, you don't know what you're gonna say, okay? All of these different things popping through your head, okay? If this is relatable to you, drop me a 2 in the comments, okay? So maybe you are worried about putting quality content out there and you don't know where to start. So you find all these other things that you need to do around your house. You know, they need to be done, but your business starts taking a second seat. Okay, if this is making sense to you and if you've ever found yourself in this situation, drop me a 2. Okay, cool, got a lot of 2s coming through. So this is resonating with people, awesome. Okay, so you guys, whatever it is that you are scrolling Facebook, yes, that is definitely true. Let's see, Steph says, I always back out from Facebook Lives because I'm afraid no one will watch it or like it. Well, Steph, I totally understand where you're coming from. I think everybody who's ever done a Facebook Live has felt that before, but being able to, you know, push through that, we'll talk about that in a minute, about how that can really help. Chuck says 2, Lara's got 2 dropping through, Catherine 2, okay, awesome. A lot of people can relate to this. So you guys, if you really want to get good at something, you have to understand that you're gonna suck when you start, okay? You've got to embrace the fact that you're not gonna be the best, that you're gonna struggle, you're gonna make mistakes, and it's completely understandable and okay. It's okay, okay? Because here's the thing. If you first accept that you're gonna suck when you start, and then you decide that you're gonna continue to go through it anyways, you're gonna be surprised at the huge increase of skill that you're gonna find, okay? The first time that you do something, you're gonna be terrible. You're gonna suck, okay? The 5th time that you do it, you're gonna be a little bit better. By the 10th time, you're gonna be okay. And by the time you do it 30 times, you're gonna be doing, you know, much better than most people because the average person after 1.2 times, they just give up. They don't even make it to 2 times, okay? So think about this, okay? As you continue to go through and do those things that you're maybe nervous about, that you're worried about how the outcome's going to be. Maybe it's writing email, maybe it's doing Facebook Lives, maybe it's writing ad copy, okay? And you're worried about how it's going to be perceived and how it's going to, you know, be viewed. Think about that. The first time you do anything, you're not going to be great at it. The first time a baby walks or attempts to walk, right? They're rolling around on the ground, then they crawl, and when they get up on their feet, they fall down a lot, okay? That is the kind of the path of success, right? You've got to suck to be able to get better. So if any of you guys caught Fernie's ad copy training that he did in the VIP group here a little bit back, he talked about doing 10 iterations or 10 versions of each element of writing an ad, right? And the purpose behind that is not only so that you have different variations to pull from, but also so that you have the practice. You put the time in of each one of those elements of how the flow goes so that you're having deliberate practice, right? And the more that you do that, it helps your skills increase more, okay? So here at EMP, we're helping you learn and develop new skills and skill sets so that you have the tools that you need to move your business to the next level. So here's a big question, and if you've ever had this pop into your head, drop me a 4, okay? Have you ever thought, how long is this gonna take me to get this all figured out, okay? If you've ever felt that way, drop me a 4. Catherine says, I need to go back to work on ad copy. Yes, Catherine, if you take the time to actually just write out each element of it, you'll find that your skills in that area, especially if you're being deliberate, are going to increase. Alicia Holland, thanks for hopping on from Tennessee. Norma, great suggestion, awesome. Norma, Steph, 4s, okay, got a lot of 4s dropping on here, you guys, awesome. Okay, so how long is this gonna take? Malcolm Gladwell wrote a book, right? 10,000 hours, it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert. And I don't know about you, but 10,000 hours, that's a long time, okay? And I want results a little bit quicker than that. If that's you, drop me a high 5 in the chat box. Cool, lots of 4s coming through. Let's see here. Awesome, 4s, 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 4s. Okay, so here's the thing, you guys. You do not have to be an expert to start seeing results, okay? You don't have to be an expert to start seeing results. And the more you practice something and evaluate your results, the more you're gonna see the shift in the level of your understanding and the level of your skill, okay? It's that whole practice piece of it. It takes roughly 20 hours of deliberate practice doing something to become skillful, okay? And we're not talking like just mediocre, but 20 hours of doing something to actually become proficient at it so that you can start seeing a massive change, okay? So think about this. It's not 20 hours of preparing to do something. It's 20 hours of actually doing something, okay? It's not thinking about, oh, I need to do this, right? It's actually putting the time in, practicing, writing that ad copy, doing those Facebook Lives, whatever it is that you're struggling with. Hey, Mel, thanks for hopping on. Okay, so if you sat down and you completed 20 hours of focused, deliberate practice, you would be astounded at how effective you become, okay, regardless of what that is that you need to be working on. Hey, Mike, thanks for hopping on. So is it reasonable that if you picked one skill set, and you did focused, deliberate practice for 20 hours that you would see dramatic results? If you think so, drop me a 5. Awesome, got a lot of high 5s coming through here. Tim has on here, action is the only way to move forward. Absolutely, you have to get it external. You have to put it out there. You actually have to, you have to work on it, right? You got to put it out there. See, Mel says, aloha, hey, thanks for hopping on. Appreciate you being here, Mel. So I got some 5s hopping through here, okay? So yes, if you picked one, hey Wayne, one skill set that you needed to practice on, and you spent 20 hours focused on that, focused practice, not just, willy-nilly, but like deliberate, this is where this pieces need to be. Yes, Ron, yes, you do have to do stuff. Yep, mind blown, right? You've got to do stuff to see the results. You've got to be able to have something to measure. Okay, so think about this. What might your results start looking like if you took the time to evaluate what skills you needed to get the result that you wanted anyway? Okay, so in your network marketing business, what skills do you need to have to be able to be a great network marketer? Maybe you're doing affiliate marketing. What skills do you need to have in the online space? Okay, what are those that you need to have? List them out, write them down. What are the skills that I need to have in order to get this result that I want? Okay, the second thing is determine which one of those skills or which ones of those skills you already have. Okay, so make a list, right? What do I need to have? What do I have? And then, okay, what's left, right? Do some math. I need all these skills, I have these skills, so now all of these are the ones that I either need to completely develop or just work on a little bit, right? Brush up on. And then prioritize them, you guys. Which one of those skills do you need to spend the most time in to get the biggest return in your business? Maybe it's copywriting, okay? How do I write? How do I speak to people? How do I connect with my avatar? How do I do those things? Norma says, sounds so simple as you say it. We complicate things, you guys. We complicate them so much, it really doesn't have to be that hard. We make it so much harder than it is because we have all this self-judgment about, it's gonna work or not gonna work. Well, it's not supposed to work when you first start, you guys. That's how you learn and you grow. Pedro, thanks for helping on, okay? So you guys, if you did that, if you figured out which skill sets you needed to have and you prioritized those and you picked one that you needed to focus on, what might happen, okay? What might happen if you decided to spend 20 hours on inviting people to take a look at your opportunity? What about if you spent 20 hours doing Facebook Lives or writing, content for your page? What about reading ad metrics and understanding what's going on with Facebook, okay? What would happen if you started taking deliberate action, figuring out which one of those skill sets that you need to focus on? What would happen in your business, okay? Think about that, because you guys, if you break it down to that level of simplicity, you kind of have a roadmap about how long it's going to take you to get to where you want to be. If you know you have 5 skill sets that you don't have that you need to develop, and you understand that it's going to take me roughly 20 hours each, you can kind of put a timeline together for yourself based on how focused you're going to be, right? That's what we need to do. See, Colleen says, if it becomes hard, you're supposed to ask questions. Absolutely, you guys. If it becomes hard, you're supposed to ask questions. You got to get curious. How do I get around that? That is the nature of being an entrepreneur. That's curiosity. We don't get anywhere unless we can, evaluate and look for alternate routes or more effective things for us to do, okay? Steph says on here, you'd get more confidence. Absolutely, because when you get better, right, you have those little successes, it motivates you to keep on going. I don't know about you guys. If you guys have a little win and you get excited inside and that makes you want to push through a little bit harder, drop me a 6 in the chat box, okay? Because that is how us human beings work. We want to have success, and when we have success, it motivates us to keep on going. It's when we're in that starting point where things are a little bit rough and we're unsure that we get bogged down and we go distract ourselves to go do laundry or take the dog for a walk because we are afraid of taking that first step, okay? So, and here's the thing, you guys. Every single person has different strengths and weaknesses. Everybody's starting at a different place in a journey, okay? Everybody has to, start from where they're at. And depending on how focused and deliberate you are, it may take you more time, it may take you less time. It really depends on you and how focused you want to be on it, okay? But if you guys pre-committed to spending 20 hours on each skill set, focused, deliberate practice on that skill set, okay, you're going to have laid the foundation for the rest of your life. You're going to have laid that, I have done iterations, I have focused on this, I have all these different pieces that I have really spent a lot of time getting the core building blocks down for, okay? Then you're laying the foundation for you to have an incredibly successful business and have the skills that you need, not only to help yourself, but then to help others, right? To pay it forward, to help other people. And maybe that's your downline, maybe that's other people in the online space, depending on what it is that you're doing, okay? If this is making sense, drop me a 7, you guys. I got some comments coming through here. See, Colleen says, entrepreneurism, I'll figure it out. 6, lots of 6s, awesome. 666, awesome. Glad this is resonating with you guys, cool. Okay, so you guys remember, got some 7s rolling through here. Cool, Steph, Norma, awesome. Tim, cool. Catherine, awesome. So you guys, let's see. Oh, thank you, Colleen. Those are for Mother's Day. Thank you for she says, pretty flowers in the background. Cool. Awesome. So you guys, if you take the time to figure out what skills you need to have, which ones you have, and then you develop or you prioritize which order those need to be in, and then spend the time, the focused, deliberate time on the one that's going to move you the furthest, quickest, and then evaluate it, and then move to the next one and to the next one. How long might it take you, reasonably, how long might it take you to get the results that you want in your business if you're spending that focused, dedicated time? And I'm curious, does that make it seem more attainable for you? If it does, if you feel like breaking it down in that level of thought of, all I need to do is focus on one skill set at a time, spend, 20 hours on that specifically, does that relieve some of the overwhelm of being able to prioritize and know where it is that you need to focus? If that's you, drop me a yes in the comments, okay? Because here's the thing. Once you do that, once you know where you need to focus and you spend the time, and it's not so hard anymore because you're over the fear, you're over the overwhelm, you have an understanding about it, you can move on. And you get to move on pretty quickly, and you're going to be surprised at how quick that looks like for you. And remember, you guys, as you're doing this, you're not just getting better for yourself. Yes, you have to be able to understand the pieces for yourself before you can help others, but you're getting better so that you can impact and touch lives. Okay, everybody who is on this page is wanting to impact somebody else's life, their own and other people, through their business, their opportunity. So you spending the time to hone your skills allows you to touch and help other people. Okay, so you're not just getting better for you, you're getting better for all the lives of people that you're going to touch. Why, touch when you show up each day committed to getting better and honing your skills. Okay, so just take the time, you guys, to figure it out. All right, cool. We got a lot of yeses coming through here. Have no fear. Awesome, you guys. Yes, 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 definitely, absolutely. Cool. Awesome. Yes, lifting others up too. Yep. It's about helping others, you guys. All right, so I appreciate you guys all being on and interacting with me today. That's all for today. Join us Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern for your daily dose of awesome. Look forward to seeing you guys next time, and have a fantastic day, you guys. See ya.